we back live? There we go. Oh, I am back now. Spinacus. It's alright, I don't think anyone else was watching for now, but I just deleted the video just in case. Not a big deal. Also, I just realized your chat isn't actually showing up on the stream, which I guess that's fine. And I don't think anyone else was watching, so it should be hopefully fine. Hopefully fine. Are they still looking for me? Okay, no. Why won't let me steal that? Let me steal this, but let me steal that. I've stolen a good amount right now. Oh my god, they're all eating. Of course they fucking are. Yeah, it's literally fucking... How are they eating at this time? I gotta fucking rob their asses, but they're all fucking just like... fucking god. How long is this gonna take? Okay, maybe they're gone now. Oh my fucking god. How long are they gonna fucking eat? It's fucking almost 11. I'm waiting at the bottom of the fucking stairs in the fucking dark like a fucking loser for this shit. Let them eat what? What the fuck are they eating, dude? I'm just fucking sitting here waiting for this bullshit. Finally, my lord. Oh shit.
Get going, right now.
Oh my fucking god. No fucking way. Did I save? Oh my god. I have to wait 4 fucking minutes again for this shit? No. Are you fucking me? Great. I'll re-steal all this shit, I guess. Ugh.
He's thieving here.
Oh my god, how do they even fuck? It's this same fucking dickhead!
Sort this out.
It's always this guy. Nah, you're fucking dead. Why is it always you, huh? Oh my god, I just want to fucking rob these fucking losers. And it's always this fucking hired hand wagging his fucking dick up my fucking asshole. It's always the same fucker. $1060? Dude, the 1060 is pretty old. Why would you spend anywhere near...
There must be some clues here somewhere.
Oh my god, they're still looking. This is taking forever, dude. money back. Oh, how nice it is to have better armor and shit. Hold up 1 second.
What are you doing, wandering about without a light like a thief? Get a torch, or I'll take you in.
Here's a torch, dick.
That's more like. On your way.
I already robbed. Doesn't make a difference now. Actually, I think I'm gonna be... I know I just got back on. I'm feeling kind of tired. It's already 4:15. Maybe we watch a video and I head to bed. You got a recommendation? A short one. Nothing too long. And you got like a 20-minute video recommendation. I'm feeling piss tired. Some historicals. No promises.
It is 1121 AD, and on the wide Caucasian plains of Didgori, the Georgian army of King David the Builder stands triumphant over the forces of the Seljuk
Really?
Turks. It is just a little over 20 years since the Seljuks suffered their monumental reversal at the hands of the Latin pilgrims of the First Crusade. And since that time, the states of Edessa, Antioch, Tripoli, and Jerusalem have stood in the spiritual center of the Levant. While in Anatolia, the old Roman Empire moves every year further into the lands of its former imperium. Now, far to the north, David intends to construct a similar domain. With the capital Tiflis now under his suzerainty, he sends out word for those who will bring strength to his rule, and his cry is answered by fully 40,000 Kuman fighters and their kin, as well as thousands of Ossetian Alans and near uncountable mercenaries from as far afield as the Frankish domains on the Atlantic shore. With such power and acumen, David is an irresistible conqueror.
Yeah,
By the time he lies on his deathbed in
beautiful,
1125,
irresistible.
all of northern Armenia, as well as
Based on his
Shirvan,
massive
has been
abs, and they're like,
annexed
"Yo, bro,
to his
you're
realm.
irresistible."
David leaves a far stronger kingdom than that which he found at the outset of his reign. This Georgian Golden Age continues in the reign of David's son Demetrius, whose wisdom manifests in his policies of consolidation and fortification.
So,
Many great kingdoms have fallen as quickly as they rose, due to their leaders imagining themselves great conquerors. And as the 12th century progresses and the Crusader states contract for this very reason, Georgia remains strong. So it is that when Demetrius dies in 1156, he also leaves a stronger realm to his own heir, George. George too enjoys a long reign, but royal expansion resumes during his tenure, and both Ani and Vin are conquered, and the Seljuk governor of southern Armenia driven from his post. A potential crisis caused by George's lack of a male heir is averted when he appoints his 18-year-old daughter Tamar as his co-ruler, and the final half-dozen years of his reign are completed with her at his side. Thus, when George dies in 1184, the transfer of power to his daughter is completed with a seeming minimum of disruption. Beneath the exterior of palace ceremony, however, there are those who wish to challenge the strength and resolve of their monarch. And there are many who believe that Tamar's direct charge of government should be cast aside altogether.
I wonder why.
Her preference for continuing George's habit of promoting men for merit rather than lineage also upsets the noble houses.
No, people of talent are doing
The
their
Patriarch
job.
of Georgia,
no.
Mikhail Marianidze,
Fucking Nepo
makes the price of
babies.
his support the High Chancellorship of the kingdom, giving him unprecedented secular and spiritual power. Tamar, with little other choice, accedes to his demand. The leader of the nobles, Kutlu Aslani, goes one further than the Patriarch and demands that Tamar construct a palace next to the royal headquarters in which a council of nobles will dictate the policy of Georgia and give their approval to royal orders they judge in their interest. Tamar realizes that this is tantamount to ceding her sovereignty and promptly has Aslani arrested and faces down those that protest
do
her
that.
decision.
I would do that too. I'd be like, listen, fuck
Aslani
you.
is eventually released, minus his lands and offices, and the
This
lesson
dialogue,
is
I have
clear.
lost everything.
Tamar is the ruler now. For a king, protecting a medieval kingdom meant protecting the very lives of those in his bloodline. Nowadays, our lives depend on the
no,
internet.
fuck off.
I mean, the certain in the background, it's a takes a husband. Likely in an effort to avoid showing any
Not saying fuck off to the girl, but fuck off
preference
to the
for one faction over another
Tamar's
within her
kicking ass.
own kingdom, Tamar chooses Yuri Bogolyuski, a Russian in exile from his homeland and living with the Kipchak Caucasian tribes. The marriage initially seems successful, and Yuri leads raids against the Seljuks of Rum and the Atabegs of Iran, in what is today Azerbaijan.
Where's Ajay?
But relations between husband and wife begin to deteriorate when Yuri's propensity for drunkenness becomes too hard to ignore.
Oh my god, he's an alcoholic.
Not to mention his scandalous interest in sodomy.
Russian addicted to vodka.
For his
yeah.
part, Yuri accuses Tamar of being unable to bear children. Tamar eventually takes an expedient means of divorce and sends Yuri to Constantinople with a very
That seems
generous
like a bunch
number of
fucking
presents
waste of
as
your
bribes.
effort. You had to pay him a bunch of money to
With
fuck
the
off
support
after
of the
doing all
Council
this?
of
Yeah.
State, Tamar marries again, this time to the Ossetian David Soslan, who proves to
Ossetian.
not only be a worthy warrior, but also more virtuous in his leisurely tastes.
Oh, okay, a virtuous.
This
skilled
ability
man.
is soon
Okay.
needed, for Yuri returns with the support of disaffected
Oh
nobles
my God, Yuri, you
and
little
prepares to
shithead.
lead an army in conquering the kingdom
Fuck
he
this Yuri
claims
guy,
is
dude.
his by right. His host is defeated in a pitched battle by the Georgian High Constable Gemrekel Torelli in the Kartli region in 1191. Yuri
you're
makes
actually
subsequent
just a
forays
fucking
into the
whip
realm,
like it.
but each one is swatted away as easily as the last. A sign that there is still work to be done on the kingdom's southern borders comes in the aftermath of the battle in Kartli, when a Georgian noble named Guzan hands his border strongholds over to Islamic forces in southern Armenia, necessitating an operation in force by David Soslan to retake them.
Yeah, David, do your fucking work as the new
Within
husband
2
now. Prove your
years,
shit.
the Georgian royals are ready to take revenge, and Soslan moves into the lands of Iran again on another razzia. He loots, burns, and pillages from there to Theodosiopolis, and seemingly nothing can be done to bring him to a halt. Worse is to come for the Seljuks when Soslan obliterates a sizable host of theirs at the Araxes River. From this point, it is open season for the Georgians to
Damn,
raid
David
and
doing
plunder,
work. Yeah,
debilitating
holy shit.
the enemy and committed to the overall strategy of driving south to annex a portion of the Silk Road and the rich taxes that will come with its administration.
Attaboy,
In this,
Davey.
they are mirroring the raids of the Crusaders into Egypt, as well as the Christian kingdoms of Iberia against the Emirates of Al-Andalus. All across the Eurasian Peninsula, it seems the northern kingdoms are on the march.
Indeed.
But the Abbasid Caliph An-Nazir remains a stalwart power, and when he hears of the incursions from the Georgian kingdoms, he declares jihad and finances an army for the north that is said to number no fewer than 60,000 men, led by his Atabeg of Azerbaijan, Abu Bakr. Their first target is the Shirvan Shah, the ruling house of Iran that has been forced to declare itself subservient to the Georgian throne in return for peace, and whose leader, Akhsitan, has sheltered
the
Abu
fucking,
Bakr's
light
brother, Amir Miran. The two have been involved in a power struggle that has already resulted in the death
my
of
God,
a
the
third
third
brother
brother.
at Abu Bakr's hand.
Oh,
Carrying
fucking-
the
oh,
standard
shit.
of the
Okay.
Caliph before him, Abu Bakr bulldozes through the Shirvan region and prepares to make an invasion of the Georgian domains themselves.
Shit, bro.
Meanwhile, the Queen and her consorts have not been idle, and
Yeah,
they
you
have
think,
raised the
you think,
largest
David's
force
gonna
they
let that shit
can
go?
to withstand the onslaught of the powerful Abbasid-sponsored force. Fully 30,000 men
Oh,
are set to march
30,000?
forth
That's
with
it?
David
Oh,
Soslan
shit.
at their head. A mix of heavy armored cavalry, horse
Yeah, they gotta have
archers,
some of the
and
most
mountain
elite tactics out
infantrymen.
there. Holy shit, dude.
Georgia is not a poor realm, and its incursions and protection monies gained from the Silk Road region, along with its rich agricultural and livestock output, allows for a professional class and even urban centers. But the wealth and resources of the Abbasid Caliphate dwarf those of Tiflis, even with its own ongoing feud against the Seljuk Turks. The army that sets out from the city in early May under the sound of trumpets is necessarily apprehensive of what it will find when it meets the enemy. The Queen takes her leave of her husband at the cave monastery complex at Vadzia, where she will await news of his success or the failure of his expedition. By the end of the month, Soslan has reached the borders of Shirvan, and his fears are realized. After sending out scouts and reconnaissance patrols to engage and record the enemy's size and strength, they report back that Abu Bakr is leading a gigantic host, and it is currently moving toward the city of Shamkor. His force does not so much resemble an army of reclamation, but an army of revenge. When Soslan
I wanna
reaches
see how this shit-
Shamkor,
oh my God.
he makes another
They
thundering
just have
discovery.
a fucking. Oh
Abu
my-
Bakr has used his
God,
time in the
dude.
citadel to reinforce the fortifications
What the fuck you
and
gonna do about
assemble
this?
fresh walls
They got a
and
giant
towers.
fucking wall with a river on the back. Oh shit.
It protects one wing, while the river Shamkorche protects his rear and opposite side. Though his army remains in camp, the town and its defenses are effectively blocking Soslan from attacking them in the open. Any Georgian companies coming within the vicinity are immediately engaged by advance horse archers, who goad Soslan's men to try and initiate a full-scale battle. Meeting with his captains for a discussion on tactics, neither of the options before them appeal to the experienced war leaders. The attack in force which Abu Bakr seems to relish will only result in the Georgians breaking themselves against the dug wall and perimeter defenses of a much larger enemy. Similarly, a siege against a clearly well-supplied and organized opponent will likely wear down the Queen's army before it does the Abbasids. A third option is a withdrawal, but that will likely shatter the morale that is already beginning to falter, and elements of the army would begin to fade away on the march. Close to the final night of the month, Sos from attacking them in the...
I mean, this is a really hard one is the problem. Like, here, I'm trying to... Where's a good overview? I mean, I guess this is as good as it gets gonna get. I mean, what the fuck do you do? So their entire back lane is just fucked. I guess the only thing you could do is if the water was flowing this way, technically, is you could dump some bodies in the fucking water and hope that they drink infected fucking water. But that's pretty illegal, I think, in war. They don't have cannons, so this wall's pretty fucked for them. You don't want to bait them out into open conflict. You're still going to be in trouble because of the numbers. You don't really want to charge at a fucking wall. You got to bait them out somehow. And so you got to send some force here, get them to come out, and then I guess I'd have someone try to hit them from this side over here. This is the only area where you might be able to prep an ambush. So send half your army here, bait them out, and have them hit from there when they try to go. I guess that's their only chance, but I think it'd be pretty hard to do that unless you have your guys go all the way back around over here to do the flanking maneuver. Even then, I feel like these guys would see it. I don't know. This one's a tough one. Let's see. More on the map I can see. Like they're there. They have the river to their backside. I mean, there's not really a lot more they could probably do. I mean, the problem is if they try to cross the river and they're not fast enough, it's going to be just as bad as the wall.
Revenge.
So,
Jay protects his...
and you have to go all the way around and then hit this and then go around here, or I'll go here on the close side through the mountains, and neither is a good one, so...
Ran back and forth on the Queen, and Oslan calls his captains in for a final briefing. There will be a frontal attack on the first day of June. Siege engines already constructed are brought forward as of the tougher, but the fighter.
See?
They have the well dug in.
I called it. The ambush on the left.
In position and the greater, and should it be his despondence,
so they're setting up.
The siege engines pummel the walls and arrows fly in their hundreds toward the men on the parapet. The units of Ivan Makarov
Guys, they're just fucking walking through the night.
Prepare for battle.
Fine,
they have the well dug in position and the greater numbers. The fight ahead will be hard, but they will triumph in the end. Many men wish to give their lives in the service of the Almighty, and should it be his decision to take them, then so be it.
That's a lot of fluff words that didn't say.
The morning of the attack dawns, and many of the Georgian soldiers, along with their Kipchak allies, must feel a shiver of despondency. Their numbers are far fewer than they had even imagined prior to the full deployment. At the sound of the trumpets, they surge forward, and the attack begins. The siege engines pummel the walls and arrows fly in their hundreds toward the men on the parapet.
I would not want to be attacked.
The units of Ivan Makarvjil make their play for the city gate, bringing up the ram and
But
sending
what they usually
archers'
did is
units
like, hey, if
forward
you go over the
to
wall
cover
first
its approach
and you
from the
survive,
ground.
You get 100 gold, and you're like, all right, maybe 100
The
gold.
ram
so-
touches the gate, and then there is only the remorseless grind of the battle. Arrow bolts are returned from the walls, as are the usual defensive measures by a city under attack. But the Georgian Queen's forces are relentless. More reinforcements are rushed from the camp behind, and the wall and gate are shored up. The attack will falter, of that there is little doubt, but it will take a strong effort. Committing himself to the task, Abu Bakr watches for further moves or reinforcements from the army in front of him. It is at that moment that the trumpets from the rear ring out, and then there is pandemonium.
Oh my god, they had him loop all the way across the river? Oh shit. Alright, so it was a mixture of both of us. We thought ambush, but you thought ambush from, I think it was the river. Hit him from back, aka across the river. Yeah, no, you're right, actually. Look at that, look at that. Yeah, because there's no way they're gonna fucking come out, I guess. This is literally
Heavy
the only
George-
thing you can fucking do here, I guess. And
Georgian
even this, I
cavalry
still don't think
rush
it's
into
gonna
the
go
midst
great.
of the camp from its
Cavalry?
undefended eastern side,
You're telling me the cavalry crossed the river and went through forests? Alright, sure.
and destruction is sown everywhere. Soslan, after studying the layout of the region, seems to have made the discovery that the eastern environs of the camp and town provided him with an approach from which
I
he
guess
could
it's
launch
really
an
shallow
attack,
or something.
but only with the utmost care. Thus, the night before the frontal assault was launched, but after the siege engines had been brought prominently into view, Soslan and almost a third of his army had set off on a wide, arcing ride, their armor covered and their horses' hooves muffled. Everything had to be kept silent.
Man, I'm really surprised they didn't get caught while going across here. I was like, that's why I thought they couldn't have gone around to the river, because I'm like, shit, wouldn't the sentries here notice? But no.
And
fuck me.
invisible. Word of their discovery reaching the Abbasid
Yeah, no,
camp
very
early
risky.
would spell disaster.
Exactly, it would spell horrible
Marching
disaster.
through the darkness,
'Cause
they managed to complete the ride
real
without
close.
the Azari patrols alerting the leadership to their presence. And then they wait until the smoke and noise from the diversionary battle rises into the air. With Abu Bakr's focus completely on the frontal assault, the cavalry in full armor sweeps in from the far side, fording the river, and the result is an implosion of epic proportions. The impact of the cavalry charge crumples the lightly protected sides of the camp. There is still hard fighting at the gate of the city. An attempt is made to hold the line amidst the tents and laneways of the camp also, but quickly, all too quickly,
Well,
the
but
result
they didn't do that during the heat of battle. They did that like the night before. In the middle
seems
of
to
the
be
night.
an inevitability.
That's too much
Abu
ground to cover
Bakr
during the middle
manages
of
to
battle, I
escape,
think.
along with a portion of his force,
Maybe
but
it
a greater
was.
number are killed
Maybe it
or
was
taken prisoner.
and I just misheard.
David Soslan has completed a momentous
David is
deception
fucking
with
good as
astounding
fuck, bro.
discipline and method. By the hour the sun has reached its zenith in the sky, the battle is at a close, and Georgia's army celebrates its victory and its king consort. In the aftermath of the fight at Shamkor, the majority of the former forces of Abu Bakr flee to Ganja, but the Georgia-Kipchak army remains in pursuit. Later, more sources will say that the numbers present at Shamkor were just a third of those listed on both sides, perhaps fewer than 10,000 in the Georgian army. But it is inarguable that there is a veritable king's ransom of treasure and hostages left behind in the fields and buildings of Shamkor, and they are apportioned while the majority of the host gets on with the task of completing the campaign. By the close of the season, Ganja too has fallen, and Queen Tamar's realm is confirmed as the foremost regional power of the Caucasus.
Yeah, Tamar made a much better
The standard
choice
of
for
the
their second
Caliph is
husband.
brought to the heartland as a trophy of victory. But this success brings attention, and the sultans of Rum and the Abbasid Caliphate still command forces of
Sultanate of
considerable
Rum.
power. David
Is that
Soslan
what
has
all the
proven the
fucking
ability
rum
of
in the world was
Georgia
made
to
by?
enter
Jesus.
elite status among the nations. It remains to be seen if it can maintain the position.
Probably is Dave. As long as David
I
is
appreciate
alive,
you being
probably.
here for the video. Please give that subscribe
David
button
seems
a
pretty smart. But, who knows goes? Who knows goes? And I think I am gonna ghost go. I am fucking tired. It is 4:30. Yeah, but I'm gonna fall asleep if we do that. And you're gonna be like, why aren't you responding? What's going on? Oh, the video's playing. You're not saying anything. Oh my god, it's an ad. What are you doing? And I'll be like, ugh. I'll be dead to the fucking world. So I think I'm gonna hit the hay. And maybe we'll do again more streaming later tonight. Ugh. I know. I should stream more often. Try to stream again this week. Maybe Monday. Later. Well, you're not really awake until like midnight anyway. So it doesn't I don't know how much of a difference that makes for you. But I get your point. I'll catch you later. Peace.